Hey guys, and welcome back to Gex 3, Deep Cover Gecko. This is either part 2, maybe 3, I'm not sure how long the first episode, I may have cut it into 2. I'm not too sure. And if you watched my last episode, then you'll know that in today's episode we're going to be doing Mystery TV, which we needed 3 remotes for, and we're at 6 now, and so we're already quite far ahead of what we need. And we have 3 options again: survive the hedge maze, break the 3 blood coolers again. I think that might be a reference to the second Gex, maybe the first one. I've never played either of them, so I can't really say anything, but the way it says again, it does sound like it was a previous mission. And find and beat the 3 mini games. I'm just going to be doing the hedge maze. I'm not going to be collecting all 100 coins in this one. Simply because none of the tasks are really useful for doing it, and I'm not sure where they all are, and I don't want to drag the episode out any longer than I have to, and I don't want to make it boring. I do know how to do each of the 3 tasks, however, though, so we can get all 3 remotes from doing the challenges, which is... Oh, my camera messed me up a bit there. We'll just take a swim, why not? So we're now in the hedge maze. We've got to find our way right to the TV. There are hidden treasures hidden around the maze, like there we have got a pork coin. Oh, if you missed last episode, 15. We needed 15 more. You need 25 pork coins for an extra hit point. You can see at the top there we've got 4. We've just lost 1. And it will sort of make another sort of ring around a hit point if we get... Oh, that bear just hit me. Get it on. He can hit me again. So you can see how easy that one was. It was just surviving the hedge maze. We did lose a couple of hit points, but they regenerate.
Well, Sherlock, you found a good use for that magnifying glass.
Thank you, my dear extra. Now, what say you and I solve the case of the lovesick lizard?
Not a chance, cutie. But hang on to that lens, just in case you run into any lady geckos.
Now, I'm not sure if she's just using him, so he can get her out of where she's stuck, or whether there's something gone on in the past or something. I'm not too sure, but we'll leave them to it. We won't get involved. I'm going to do the 3 mini games next, as I find this one slightly easier than the 3 blood coolers. Well, not necessarily easier, but I just enjoy it.
With my trusty magnifying glass, I can spend the entire day burning ants.
Fantastic. Who doesn't love burning ants? Now we're going to have to kill this guy, because what we need to do is zoom in using our magnifying glass and aim up towards this bear, which has sparkles around it. Basically that's going to shrink us down onto the bear, and it's going to give us a little bit of task. So we need to whack, I think it's... Yeah. We need to kill 10 of these little critters, fleas, I'm not sure what they are, that are on the bear. There's 5, we're going to head up on top of his head and get this 3 more. A lot of the time they can just hit you, and I'm not sure how because they were nowhere near. Let's drop down and get the 2 more. Oh, come on, stop running away. There we go. For some reason that says 0 instead of 10, but it should be 10. There's all 10. And now we just run and collect the bonus coin to finish the mini game. It's quite nifty because we've got to do the 3 mini games to get the remote, but each mini game gives us bonus coins, so it's basically 3 bonus coins as well. 3 free bonus coins, which we don't have to find. Now we're going to head into the kitchen, where there is a pork coin there. I'm just going to kill that guy. I think there's also a bear in there, but he's not going to bother us, I don't think. So there's another magnifying glass on the floor here, which I'm going to zoom in at the sink. And when I pause, there you go, I've paused, I'm going to shrink down into the sink. And this one's a bit tricky, we've got to do some swimming. Now luckily, the water fixes itself from the North Pole. If you saw the episode, you would have seen how the water was very blue when we went underground, and underwater I mean, and we couldn't see anything. And I was worried the first time I used the emulator that it would be the same for this, and I wouldn't be able to get the remote. What we want to be doing now? We're going to die here actually, I think, because this cutscene's messed us up a little bit. We're going to run out of air, Yeah. Okay, so we ran out of air before we could get to the surface. I wasn't really taking note. And it sort of keeps on going down while you're frozen. I'm pretty sure you don't have to redo the mini games.
I feel like Lester the Mogexter.
But if we do, that's not a problem. The enemies have come back, which sort of tells me we do. So we'll go back into the do the sink anyway. We'll try and get this one over. I find this one the most difficult. Just simply because the water controls are slightly awkward. Like that, I was trying to hit that. I'm more conscious of our bar of air this time, so I'm going to head back up to the surface to get some fresh. We need to get down and get this one. There's one more over in that corner over there. There it is. And now I haven't left myself long. I've got about 15 seconds now to grab this bonus coin. It's a bit of a tricky jump actually as well. So I'm going to swim back up as fast as possible, hop on this pad, and grab it straight away. Oh, the amount of times I've had to redo that because I haven't jumped to get the bonus coin first time and I've run out of time. It's rather annoying. I'm going to head back and try the bear because if I do have to redo it, I might as well do it now. Let's kill his bullet. I have frozen, which means I'm going to shrink back into it, which means I do think I have to do it every time. Bit of a shame. Yeah. Okay, there's one. 2. Let's go the other way around. Oh, he's got me. 4, 5,
for a video game. Somebody's gotta do it.
6, 7. There's just 2 more down here, I think. There's some weird TVs in the background there. So I'm not sure how you get to them. Slash if it's possible. I can't see anything. The camera angles on this game really screw you over sometimes. And again, it says 0 instead of 10. I'm not sure whether that's just the emulator or whether that was a bug.
Jethro?
Now the bonus coin hasn't come back. Which tells me I didn't have to redo it. Maybe I've just got to wait until the time runs out. Maybe I'm not sure.
Silverstone and you need a real clue.
Oh well, it doesn't matter. Done it again anyway, whether it matters or not, whether we had to. Now to get to the next game we actually need to get upstairs. Just seeing if there's a way of doing it without pulling your straw out, because we're going to have to backtrack to do that. I think we're going to have to, I'm not sure how to get up there. What we have to do up here is we're going to head up the stairs, which we haven't been up before. This is where we spawn at the start, and we're just going to head up the stairs. The 3 blood coolers are just behind us, but there's something else you have to do before you can get to those. And there's this little statue thing here, which you're going to hit, knock his head off, and it just pulls out the shelf like that, which is quite handy, so we can get up to the higher places. Now I lost a couple of health points, so I'm going to refill one. Just for the next mini game. And while we're in that room, the statues of the bears have come alive, which is no problem for us because we're literally just going to jump down and go straight back in the room. The camera angle is going to be very strange there, sorry about that.
Better than a good mental in the morning.
I think it's in this room here. The next magnifying glass is just here on the pool table. If we drop down, we're going to have to kill the snooker balls, pool balls, whatever.
Hurry, sir! Tail kick 7 pool balls before time.
Pool balls, he's called them. We'll go with that, pool balls. Yeah, it's really easy to just karate kick these ones. If you try and do that, which I missed,
Show me the money.
if you try and tail whack, they're more likely to bounce on you and lose a life. So you might as well just karate kick and kill them without losing a life. It's quite easy, quick to do. Little tip for you there if you've never thought of that. We'll grab the bonus coin which is on the starting dot. And there's all 3 minigames done, so it should show us where the remote is now. Which is just outside here on the top level as well, so we'll go grab that. We're going to ignore the bear. We don't really need to mess with him at the moment. Now last but not least is the 3 blood coolers. So we're going to have to head back to the maid to flick a switch which is hidden, which we didn't see before. Once you flick that switch, something will be unveiled to us, which we'll see, which is going to help us get the 3 blood coolers.
Lock and load, little lizard.
So we'll head in and we'll break the 3 blood coolers. Again, even though I've never done it before in another game. That's not important. So, I'm not sure if you can see. Stop talking.
I feel like Lester
They're
the
up
Mogek
there.
said.
There's one. You can't actually see them, but they're in those 3 crevices up there.
That my shorts are too tight. And
But we can't get over there without the ability to fly. So what we need to do is we need to head back over to the hedge maze. The camera angle has changed again. And we're actually going to go to the same place again, but instead of going to the TV, where the bear was before, we're going to go straight past, round into the green section, and there's actually a statue. Oh, keep getting hit by all their bullets, I keep running straight into them. So this is where we were before. I'm going to sneak around him so he doesn't see. Now we're in a very green section, there's a bear. And you can see a statue just there. I think I'm going to have to kill the bear before I can do it.
Nap time.
There we go, we got it. Let's hit this and we'll see a secret door open. Back where the mini games were. With a poor coin in, so that's quite handy. Now I'm not totally sure where I am now because the camera angle just changed. Right, there's the statue. Let's go through here. Let the camera angle change. Now we need to go towards ourselves. Okay. Oh, we've only got one. That's not ideal. It's not ideal at all. I lost him. No, I don't. Okay, solid. Oh, I've just walked straight into that deck chair. I'm actually a fool. Now I guarantee that means the door has closed again. It has. Fantastic. Let's go do it again. Why not? No, I don't want to go underwater. No, come on. There we go. Now there is actually a quicker way of getting around there to this switch, but I always get lost and get hit as well. Because why not? Because I'm obviously bad. Don't get hit by them. I think if we continue through here and up here, this is where the quicker way is. Now if we can just duck.
Lights out.
Oh, I've never been able to find that before. Nice. Okay, let's head back without dying. Oh, let's not let the camera angle mess us up again. It's handy. Let's go back around this corner. Let's not walk into a deck chair, shall we? There we go. Lovely. Well done. Nice easy. Oh, through here, and then just here on our left, the door is open now.
You know, I could really use a burger right now.
So we'll grab the pork on, and we flick this. Monster in a minute, it's called. So we're now, why can I not think of his name? Oh no. What's he called? The vampire. Wow, Dracula. There we go. So we're basically dressed as Dracula. That took me too long. And we just got to fly over to these blood coolers and hit each one. There's one. And the other two, it's just easier to get onto this little lampshade here, tail whack, and then just fly over to them. Why not? And then you can just fly over to that one. There's all 3, and the remote just drops down just below us. Now, unfortunately, we don't keep this costume.
It's tail time.
It's a bit of a shame because flying could come in handy. We've got all 3 remotes in there. So I'm going to end this episode here. We've got all 3 remotes. We didn't do the coins, but that's not important as of now. In Clueless, the mystery TV, So I'm going to open up the next section just before I finish this episode by grabbing this key here. What it's going to do is just going to open up. Where has it opened up? It's opened up Lake Placid, I believe. Let's have a look at the name, shall we? Lake Placid. Lovely. Okay, so I'm going to end this episode here, and we'll start next episode in Lake Placid.